Hey guys, today we are going to be making chili. It is cold outside, fall is finally here, so let's get ready to do this. Okay guys, excuse me. We have the vegetables and fruit all cut up. We have our onions, some tomatoes. I found a green bell pepper in my refrigerator, so I'm going to add that. And this is an orange pepper. I don't know if that was orange, if it's orange or red, or was orange and turned red in the refrigerator. I don't know. But so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna saute it all in. When I'm doing just a one pot meal, instead of putting stuff on the stove and all that in different pots and pans, I just do it in my electric skillet. So I'm gonna put everything in here. I'm gonna add the meat. The meat that you can add can be, you can use ground chicken, ground turkey, ground beef, whatever you want to use. But today I'm going to use some ground beef because I haven't, I really haven't been having it, and I just want chili with ground beef. Like I said, it's cold. I want to hurry up and finish this and get back on my couch. So as I add things in, I'll come in and I'll show you. Okay, the vegetables and fruit is in. And it's sauteing beautifully. And now I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to worry about the onions becoming translucent or the peppers a little softer, because everything else this is going to be cooking while everything else is cooking too. So now I'm going to add the meat, and then I'll be adding the beans and so forth. So it'll have plenty of time to, get softer. All right. Everything is in here just cooking away. Sorry. Yep, I'm in charge again. I'm cooking away. And I'm sorry, guys. I don't have you on a tripod today because I'm just doing clips as I, go along with it. So I'm sorry. But that is cooking. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my chili base seasoning. I don't know how much I'm going to add. I used this when I made chili for my daughter this past weekend. I'm going to put about that much. Hopefully it's not too much. And I put it in hers, but I can't remember how much I put in there. And then I'm going to show the seasonings. That I added to the meat. I didn't even taste it yet. I should have. I'll taste it here in a minute. I am a firm believer in tasting your food as you're cooking, to know how much seasoning you're putting, you need. Sometimes if you over season, depending on what you're cooking, there's ways to take care of that too. But we'll do that as I go along. But these are the seasonings that I use. A complete garlic stock, onion powder, a little bit of pink Himalaya salt, and some black pepper. All right. And let me just taste this. I don't want that much. Let me blow it. My God, today. Y'all, that is delicious. I'll be back. Okay, guys, I went in and I put another spoonful of the Better Than Bouillon chili base because it just tastes so good. So now I'm getting ready to go in with we like black things in this house, me and my daughter anyway. So I'm going to put some black things. I'm going to put the Chili Magic. I'm going to rinse these. Rinse your black beans. I do what you want. This, and I'm going to rinse these too, the red beans. And then chili sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and add all that in, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, the chili is now done. I have tasted it, and let me tell you, between that chili base, and it must be the chili sauce. It was right at the cusp of, or cusp, however you say it, of not being too salty. So what I did was I took the can with the pinto beans. That was just the only one that was still left here on the counter. And I added some water to it. And I just added some water. But that chili base is delicious. That sauce, you know what? My mother used that sauce all the time, the chili sauce, when we were growing up. So I always thought that's how chili was made. And it wasn't until I became an adult and had to talk to people like co-workers. I had to talk to them. I'm just kidding. I love my co-workers and I think they love me too. But, and I realized that everybody didn't use that chili sauce. And I was like, how do you make chili without that chili sauce? Because I don't know how to do that. And then they would tell me things like they would, ground the ground beef like I did too, and add the, beans. But they would put like beef stock for the liquid. That was different for me, but people did that. And what was the other thing somebody told me that they did? Oh, one person just added water and cumin and chili powder. I didn't put any chili powder in here because I knew I was using that chili base, which is the truth. I promise you that is so delicious. I'm gonna put that on some meat. I wonder if it says on here. Let me take this spoon out. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying. Like I said, I don't have a tripod. Let me see. It says made from select roasted chili peppers and spices. Does it give like a suggestion? Y'all gonna look at the chili while I do this. No. Oh, it says ground meat filling for ground meat filling. I guess if you put it on the meat for tacos, burritos, and nachos. Ooh, that probably would be good on nachos. Yum. But yeah. So it was just. How was I holding this phone? One day I'm gonna snort on here. So yeah, but a lot of people don't use that chili sauce. If you were one who makes chili without it, let me know. And how do you make yours, more like a chili, like, like this, like a little soup. But this will thicken up just a little bit, maybe. I'm going to let it simmer. Even though this is an electric skillet, I can put it on a simmer. One pot meal, baby. My sink is empty. I got a knife, a cutting board, and a strainer from when I strained the black beans. Quit playing with me. And look at the time. Look at the time. Dinner is done. So when I plate it, I'll come back and show you guys the final plating. But first, let me taste this again. And it's just me eating this. My husband's not going to eat this at all. And I did another thing that my mom taught me that I found to be true too is put a little sprinkles of baking soda in here, and it will help with the gas if you're a gassy person, because this is going to tear my stomach up. Hold on. My God. Yeah, that is delicious. Yeah, it's going to have my stomach doing something because I have some baking soda here. I have 2 boxes, but they're like the refrigerator freeze ones, and my scary ass is like, I'm not putting that in my food. I'm sure it will probably be safe, but I'm not going to put it in there, So what I'm going to do is eat and be happy. I'll be sleeping alone tonight so I can let it all out. But baby, when I tell you this is good, this is good. And I usually do not like my cooking. I'm sorry, y'all. Other people like it. I don't like my mother was the same way. Never liked our cooking, but this right here. Okay, so let's talk about plating. How should we plate this? Should we put it in my new bowl and put some cheese on it and sprinkle some parsley on top and a little dab of sour cream? And I have a couple of pieces of garlic bread in the freezer, so I can like cook one piece of garlic bread and put that on top. Won't that be like beautiful? Everything is here. Everything is here. And then the only and another thing I might add in here, because I have some cilantro in my refrigerator. I may put a little cilantro in there just to brighten up the taste, because that's what cilantro does. It's fresh, it's bright. Cucumbers do the same thing for me too. So I might do that to just brighten it up. And then put that toast on the side. That would be pretty. That would be a nice picture. That would be a good thumbnail picture if I knew how to do those. But I don't. But I was watching videos today. I think I got it, but I don't know. But if you see something up there on the channel that's a little bit wrong, it's just me. They didn't give me a manual when I started this job. I'm doing this all on my own. And I think I also twisted my hair, so I have a video to show you about that one. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, so in the comments, I'm gonna give like a 5-minute pause while I stir this. And you got to answer the question before the answer comes up. Because if you put the right answer because you heard me say it, it's no longer fun. Okay? So let's be fun. Okay? So if you think when I come back that I am going to have a nice plated plate, put a 1. If you think I'm going to come back with just a small little ramlet with just some chili in it, talking about Bon Appetit, because that's really all I can eat. If you think I'm just going to do that, put a 2. If you frankly don't give a flying fuck, put a 3. No, don't put that 3 down there. Y'all, that's rude. Be nice. Okay? So, I'm going to be quiet, and then you'll see what I decided to do about the plating.